Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Tuesday Craft Day. Well, I'm going to make probably what is going to be my last bubble for Christmas. I have a pretty mesh here that is red with a gold stripe, and so I'm going to use that to make a bubble. The reason I like to make bubbles is because they are quite versatile, especially if they're red or red and white, because I can use the same wreath when it's Valentine's Day. Just change out the sign or the ribbon or something, and you've got a wreath already ready for the next holiday or one of the next holidays. I'm sorry, you probably hear some rumbling in the background. We're having a thunderstorm go over right now. It's just one of the outer bands from our dear Etta. Although she's quite a ways away, her arms have a long reach. Other than that, we made out just fine. Actually, this rain we're having right now is worse than we had anything yet. And it's not horrendous. It's like a summer thunderstorm. But I think Bobby got wet playing golf, and I'm sure he's in somebody's garage right now and out of the weather, but it came up in a hurry. So anyway, we're going to do this bubble wreath. I tell you, I have cut 34 ties to begin with, so that'll give us an idea of how many bubbles we're making if I have to cut more. And I'm going to give you the SKU number for this mesh right now. It is item number RE100164. RE100164. So I'm going to bring you down to the counter and we'll get busy making a bubble. Time for bubbles again. Right back. Okay, here we are down at the counter. And here is that mesh that I'm going to use. And you can see it's red with gold striping in it. It's very pretty. I think it'll make a pretty bubble. So we're going to start like we always do, gathering up the end. And I'm just going to take and put this down in between, turn it over, and get a zip tie, and just tie it on. And I'm just going to tie it on to one right now. When I make the bubbles, I go around two. I go around the middle two wires on the frame. But for just tying this mesh on, you don't need to go around two of them. And what did I just do with my cutter? Alrighty. So now I'm going to get my pieces in the right direction. No, they're going to be this way. There we go. And in the beginning, it's a little twisted sometimes, but let me see if I can go this way. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. And I am going to make 10-inch bubbles. Okay? And I'm going, this first one is actually going right up next to the one I just put on. And I'm going down and I'm going around the middle two, holding it tight, pushing it down with my finger or my thumb so I can get a good grip on the chenille stems. Okay. Do another one. Right back up. Around the middle two. Get a good grip Pull it up to it tight to the first one. And give it some twist. All right. And they're poofy right now, but as you begin to push more in, they flatten out a little bit. I think this is going to be pretty. That gold is showing up nicely. How's everybody doing with their Christmas decorations? I put up one of my trees yesterday. It's not decorated, but it's up. And I'm using half pipe cleaners or chenille stems or whatever you want to call them. Now on this one, I'm going to go do the same thing, and then I'm going to take it and twist it to the one I just did before, and that just helps keep them tight. I just came down here, and one of the windows down here over the stairs had been left open. So, of course, it's all wet. But because this area is ground level, the floor is pavers. So the water will just go through them. And this is going to be the last one in this section. I think I can get it in there. Yeah. Well, here we go. Oh, so let's see now. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first section. Now you will not get 6 in every section because as the wreath gets more full, there's just not as much room. We'll start on section 2. Okay, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to go to the one before it, so I can try to keep it tight up there. Right? Making sure you keep your open ends, your raw ends underneath, because otherwise you won't be able to puff out your bubble. My raw ends are underneath. I'm really ready for hurricane season to be over, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who are. We put down shutters because of Etta, and we're just going to leave them down now until we know what's going on with the rest of these little things out in the Caribbean. Have any of you watched any of the Hallmark Christmas movies? I haven't seen any of the new ones because I'm usually heading to bed when they come on. But I'm going to try. I've got the list of them. I'm going to try to watch some this weekend. The new ones are on Saturdays and Sundays. I don't have the ability to record, so it's either stay awake or don't watch them. But I think they'll probably be on replay too once they've come out. How's that looking? Isn't that pretty, huh? Very pretty. I'm almost done with this section. And I know I don't have 6. I'll count them in just a minute. Okay, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 5, 6. I do have 6. I lied. Okay, I'll do one more section and then I'll continue going off camera so you don't have to watch me go round and round. I'm in the 3rd section now. This form has 6 sections. Going back up and catching the one before it. One lousy side effect of these tropical storms, you'd think if you have nice rainstorms that it would cool off your weather. But because they're tropical, they pull up all of the tropical moisture from the Gulf, and that includes the humidity. So the temperature this morning was about 10 degrees warmer than it should be, and the humidity is terrible. Because even this rain that we just had now is coming in off of the Gulf. I have my Santa Clauses out, and they're on the baker's rack. But I have some of those glass blocks. You know, you have lights in them, and they're right up above me here. I gotta get those down. I was sitting there last night thinking to myself, something isn't right. There's supposed to be more on there than there is. And it's the glass blocks. All right, let me continue going around, and when I get down to the last section, I'll come on back. I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'm at the last section, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be a close call if I make it, because I don't have much left. Let's see how we can do here. But, you know, you can always spread them out a little bit, or plant a ribbon there. And I think I can get 2 more. Let's see how we do. I'm sorry, I have my fan going. I forgot to shut it off. As I said, the humidity is really bad. All right. This last piece is always more difficult to get in because I'm up against the piece I tied on in the beginning. And that's all she wrote, folks. Going down underneath. All right, look at that. All the way around. Beautiful. Okay, I like to put a ribbon, but I want to put just something simple. And so I'm going to use this ribbon here. It's kind of pretty. It's red with green. It has packages on it. And what I'm going to do is I didn't make that one very pretty. There we go. I'm going to make a long tail. And then I'm just going to do a few loops. And not big, big loops. I think that's good right there. Whoops, that's a half of one. You get a piece of wire. Yeah. And I'm just going to take this wire down through the frame, down to the frame. Whoop, up here. There you go. Just a little something for color at the top. All right, I'm going to take it in, put it on the door, and we'll see what we got. Be right back. There you go. Isn't that pretty? That mesh is so pretty. With the gold. And that bow is just enough. I don't like to have big bows on these bubble wreaths. Sorry. I have a problem with my right shoulder and holding the camera up. It's called a torn rotator cuff. But we're living with it for right now. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to see if I can find a sign to put on it. And if I can find a sign that goes nicely with it, I will add it and show you what it looks like. I'll be right back. A couple of minutes with some closing remarks. Right back. Okay. Here I am, and there's that pretty wreath right over, right over there. There. Right there. Oh my goodness sakes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you liked my bubbles, give it a thumbs up. And when we come back Friday, I think I'm going to be doing just maybe a reveal of my baker's rack and the Christmas tree in the family room, and sharing the decorations that have been made and put in the family room already. And if we have time, maybe we'll get together with some other little decoration if I can figure out something I'd like to try. Until then, I want everybody to stay safe, keep your distance, wash your hands, wear your mask, and everybody play nice now. I love you. See you Friday.